Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Before we officially start the program, I have got a request. We'd like the people please to come to the front. There's a lot of space open in between. So those that are coming late, so that there's not much disturbance. We have special speakers here, and we would like each and everyone to give their attentive ear to these lectures. So please make your way to the front and fill up the seats from the front, please. Respected ulama, MOULANA IRSHAAD SOOFIE, MOULANA Mustafa Ali, MOULANA brother Kareel, and respected elders, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is indeed a great honor for me on behalf of the Anemia Ansari Mahfil to welcome one and each and everyone here again on the annual Urs Sharif of the great master, Hazrat MOULANA Ansari QADRI, Rahmatullah alayhi. As we know, we've had this program now approximately 42 years, and I'm sure over the past 42 years, some of us has definitely learned or have been informed of many of the teachings of MOULANA that fortunately has been here in South Africa many years ago. I was a very small kid at that time, but there were people that today, seniors, and they would have been able to have understood this message. But the fact that we are remembering a great awliya like Hazrat MOULANA Fazlur Rahman Ansari Al-Qadri, it is a privilege and an honor and a tribute on behalf of ourselves that we have been honored with this love in our heart to remember such a great personality. And what is even greater is that Hazrat's love was instilled in certain people's hearts, like the Jamaat in Cape Town, and particularly a person like Hazrat Abdul Latif Shah Raoud, that has taken it upon with the group to commemorate this Urs every year. And it's not an easy task, and to do it for 40 years odd, it is really commendable. So we must understand that we must give our support not only 100% but 150% when it comes to MOULANA, especially to Hazrat Abdul Latif Shah Qadri for arranging and upkeeping this program of MOULANA Ansari Rahmatullah alayhi, because he was really a giant that came onto this land of South Africa. Maybe the youngsters today may have heard today the first time of the name MOULANA Fazlur Rahman Ansari, but he was a true, real giant, a true master and a Sufi master of the highest order. But unfortunately, people have lost the interest to understand what it is all about. Today, the race is on a material world, and as far as we can accumulate as much as possible, we think we have achieved something. But brothers, let me tell you, I can tell you emphatically, it means zero. It means totally zero. If you have accumulated whatever you have, good luck to you, but it means sweet nothing, because Allah doesn't ask for your balance sheets. He doesn't want to see your title deeds. But if you have understood MOULANA Ansari Rahmatullah alayhi's explanations of his teachings of the prophets, then you would have achieved something, alhamdulillah. But I'm not here to give a lecture, I just wanted to give an introduction that there's some people here in Cape Town that has tried to understand MOULANA Ansari's works in some little form. And we want to upkeep this as much as possible and pass it over to the younger generation, inshallah. So without further ado, we would like to start this program officially with the Qiraat, and thereafter we are having a visiting NAAT from Pakistan. We are waiting for him in the next 2-3 minutes, he should be here. And thereafter we will be addressed by a visiting alim from Durban, a well-renowned lecturer, and none other than MOULANA IRSHAAD SOOFIE. We really appreciate him taking his time off to come down to Cape Town and to address us. But now we'll start with our Qiraat first. Brother Bashir will do the recitation. Shukriya.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا. محمد رسول الله والذين معه أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم تراهم ركعا سجدا يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا سيماهم في وجوههم من أثر السجود ذلك مثلهم في التوراة ومثلهم في الإنجيل كزرع أخرج شطأه فآزره فاستغلظ فاستوى على سوقه يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات منهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, Brother Bashir Muqaddam, shukran for your beautiful recitation, inshallah. May Allah keep you with us for many, many more years, inshallah. We are waiting for the visiting NAAT, but unfortunately he's not here yet. But to fill up the gap, we're going to ask Abdul Hamid Qazi to render us one NAAT until the NAAT arrives.
صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله وسلم عليك يا حبيب الله محمد سر وحدت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے محمد سر وحدت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے عجب وحدت میں کثرت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے چلایا آپ پر ایمان جنت ہو گئی اس کی محمد وہ حقیقت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے احد مل جائے گا ہم کو اگر احمد کا ہو جائے حجاب میم رخصت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے محمد مل گئے ہم کو خدا کو پا لیا میں نے یہ مرشد کی کرامت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے اسی دریا کا ہوں غرق خاکی زندگی پالے وہ دریا یہ لکافت ہے محمد کو خدا جانے
شکریہ بہت بہت شکریہ to Hamid Qazi. He's always a lifesaver. You know, he comes in at the gap when you need. Shukriya. And what potent words. Subhanallah. Your father trained you well. Shukriya. Brothers, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our NAAT all the way from Pakistan. NAAT Muhammad RIYAAN QADRI. Muhammad RIYAAN QADRI, all the way from Pakistan. Is that from Karachi? The city of Karachi. Inshallah, we have allocated approximately 30 minutes for you to render a couple of the NAATs, inshallah. And may inshallah uplift us spiritually, inshallah. Nare Takbir, Nare Rasulat.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. درود پاک پڑھیے اللہم صلی علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آلہ وصحبہ وسلم. صلاۃ و سلام علیک یا سیدی یا رسول اللہ وعلی آلک واصحابک یا حبیب اللہ. صلی اللہ علیک یا رسول اللہ وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ. اللہ اللہ کیے جانے سے اللہ نہ ملے. اللہ اللہ کیے جانے سے اللہ نہ ملے، یہ اللہ والے ہیں جو اللہ سے ملا دیتے ہیں، اللہ والے ہیں جو اللہ سے ملا دیتے ہیں۔ تو تیری سرکار میں لاتا ہے رضا اس کو شفیع، جو میرا غوث ہے اور لاڈلا بیٹا تیرا، صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ۔ کیوں چاند میں کھوئے ہو، الجھے ہو ستاروں میں، کیوں چاند میں کھوئے ہو، الجھے ہو ستاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں، کیوں چاند میں کھوئے ہو، الجھے ہو ستاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں۔ جبریل امی بولے سدرا کے مکی بولے، جبریل امی بولے سدرا کے مکی بولے، تم سانا ہنسی دیکھا لاکھوں میں ہزاروں میں، تم سانا ہنسی دیکھا لاکھوں میں ہزاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں۔ اور اے کاش کبوتر ہی ہم بن کے رہے ہوتے، اے کاش کبوتر ہی ہم بن کے رہے ہوتے، اس گنبد خضرا کے پر نور میناروں میں، اس گنبد خضرا کے پر نور میناروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں۔ اور یہ کلام جو میں نے سلیکٹ کیا اس وجہ سے کہ آج عرس مبارک ہے، حضرت مولانا شاہ ڈاکٹر محمد فضل الرحمان انصاری قادری رحمۃ اللہ علیہ کا، اور ہم سب یہاں جمع ہیں۔ یہ اللہ والے ہیں، اللہ والوں کی شان کیا ہے، شاعر نے اس میں اس کلام میں اس شعر میں کیا فرمایا، سماعت کیجئے اور پسند آئے تو ضرور محبت سے، پیار سے، بلند آواز سے سبحان اللہ کہیے گا انشاءاللہ۔ شاعر کہتا ہے کہ سرکار دو عالم کی الفت الفت میں جو مرتے ہیں اللہ کے وہ بندے زندہ ہے مزاروں میں، اللہ کے وہ بندے زندہ ہے مزاروں میں، سرکار دو عالم کی الفت میں جو مرتے ہیں، سرکار دو عالم کی الفت میں جو مرتے ہیں اللہ کے وہ بندے زندہ ہے مزاروں میں، یوسف سے مزاروں میں، اللہ کے وہ بندے زندہ ہے مزاروں میں، اللہ کے وہ بندے زندہ ہے مزاروں میں، آقا کو میرے ڈھونڈو قرآن کے پاروں میں۔ اور پھر اللہ کے نیک بندوں کی بات ہے اور یہ اللہ کی بات ہے، اور یہ کلام، یہ شعر بھی، یہ جو کلام لکھا گیا ہے یہ انہی اولیاء اللہ کے لیے ہے، حضور کے سچے عاشقوں کے لیے ہے۔ شاعر نے لکھا زمین میلی نہیں ہوتی، زمن میلا نہیں ہوتا، زمین میلی نہیں ہوتی، زمن میلا نہیں ہوتا، محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا، سلاؤ محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا، محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا، اور محبت پیار آقا کی وہ جذبہ ہے، سنو لوگو، محبت پیار آقا کی وہ جذبہ ہے، سنو لوگو، یہ جس من میں سما جائے وہ من میلا نہیں ہوتا، ہاں یہ جس من میں سما جائے وہ من میلا نہیں ہوتا، محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا، اور جو نام مصطفیٰ چومے نہیں دکھتی کبھی آنکھیں، جو نام مصطفیٰ چومے نہیں دکھتی کبھی آنکھیں، پہن لے پیار جو ان کا بدن میلا نہیں ہوتا، پہن لے پیار جو ان کا بدن میلا نہیں ہوتا، محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا، اور نبی کے پاک لنگر پر جو پلتے ہیں کبھی ان کی، لنگر مینس نیاز جو ہم کھاتے ہیں الحمدللہ، اللہ کے رسول کے نام کا بھی لنگر ہم کھاتے ہیں، اور اولیاء اللہ کا لنگر کھاتے ہیں، صحابہ کرام کا لنگر کھاتے ہیں، پیدا ہوئے تو حضور کے ٹکڑوں پہ پل رہے ہیں، اور اولیاء اللہ کا فیض ہم پا رہے ہیں. شاعر کیا کہتا ہے؟ نبی محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا نہیں ہوتا. نبی کے پاک لنگر پر جو پلتے ہیں کبھی ان کی زباں میلی نہیں ہوتی. سخن میلا نہیں ہوتا. زباں میلی نہیں ہوتی. سخن میلا نہیں ہوتا. محمد کے غلاموں کا کفن میلا صلی اللہ علیہ یا رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ یا حبیب اللہ. کیوں کرنا میرے دل میں ہو الفت رسول کی. کیوں کرنا میرے دل میں الفت رسول کی. الفت رسول کی. جنت میں لے کے جائے گی. جنت میں لے کے جائے گی چاہت رسول کی. جنت میں لے کے جائے گی چاہت رسول کی. بگڑی بھی بنائیں گے جلوے بھی دکھائیں گے. گھبراؤ نہ دیوانوں دیوانوں گھبراؤ نہ دیوانوں سرکار بلائیں گے. گھبراؤ نہ دیوانوں سرکار بلائیں گے. چلتا ہوں میں بھی قافلے والوں رکو ذرا. ملنے دو بس مجھے بھی. ملنے دو بس مجھے بھی اجازت رسول کی. ملنے دو بس مجھے بھی اجازت رسول کی. نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ رسالت، علماء اہل سنت. جنت میں لے کے جائے گی چاہت رسول کی. لا ورب العرش جس کو جو ملا ان سے ملا. لا ورب العرش جس کو جو ملا ان سے ملا. بٹتی ہے کونین میں نعمت رسول اللہ کی. بٹتی ہے کونین میں نعمت رسول اللہ کی. مختار کائنات کوئی اور تو نہیں. یہ دنیا رسول کی ہے. دنیا رسول کی ہے تو جنت رسول کی. دنیا رسول کی ہے تو جنت رسول کی. جنت رسول کی. یا رب دکھا دے آج کی شب جلوائے حبیب. یا رب دکھا دے آج کی شب جلوائے حبیب. ایک بار تو عطا ہو. ایک بار تو عطا ہو زیارت رسول کی. ایک بار تو عطا ہو زیارت رسول کی. ایک بار تو عطا ہو زیارت یا رب دکھا دے آج کی شب جلوائے حبیب ایک بار تو عطا ہو ایک بار تو عطا ہو زیارت رسول کی جنت میں لے کے جائے گی چاہت رسول کی چاہت رسول کی جنت میں لے کے جائے گی چاہت رسول کی تمہارے آستانے سے زمانہ کیا نہیں پاتا کوئی بھی در سے خالی مانگنے والا نہیں جاتا بھر دو جھولی میری یا محمد بھر دو جھولی میری یا محمد لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی کچھ نواسوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو میرے حضرت کا صدقہ عطا ہو میرے مرشد کا صدقہ عطا ہو در پہ آیا ہوں بن کر سوالی تم زمانے کے مختار ہو یا نبی بے کسوں کے مددگار ہو یا نبی سب کی سنتے ہو اپنے ہو یا غیر ہو سب کی سنتے ہو اپنے ہو یا غیر ہو تم غریبوں کے غمخوار ہو یا نبی بھر دو جھولی میری یا محمد لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی حق سے پائی وہ شان کریمی مرحبا دونوں عالم کے والی مرحبا دونوں عالم کے والی اس کی قسمت کا چمکا ستارہ اس کی قسمت کا چمکا ستارہ جس پہ نظر کرم تم نے ڈالی اس کی قسمت کا چمکا ستارہ جس پہ نظر کرم تم نے ڈالی عاشق مصطفیٰ کی زبان میں اللہ اللہ کتنا اثر تھا اللہ اللہ کتنا اثر تھا عرش والے بھی سنتے تھے جس کو عرش والے بھی سنتے تھے جس کو کیا اذان تھی اذان بلالی عرش والے بھی سنتے تھے جس کو کیا اذان تھی اذان بلالی کچھ نواسوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو در پہ آیا ہوں بن کر سوالی حشر میں ان کو دیکھیں گے جس دم امتی یہ کہیں گے خوشی سے امتی یہ کہیں گے خوشی سے کیا آ رہے ہیں وہ دیکھو محمد آ رہے ہیں وہ دیکھو محمد جن کی ہے شان سب سے نرالی آ رہے ہیں وہ دیکھو محمد جن کی ہے شان سب سے نرالی کچھ نواسوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو در پہ آیا ہوں بن کر سوالی اور زندگی بخش دی بندگی کو آبرو دین حق کی بچا لی آبرو دین حق کی بچا لی وہ محمد کا پیارا نواسا سلاؤگی وہ محمد کا پیارا نواسا وہ محمد کا پیارا نواسا جس نے سجدے میں گردن کٹائی جو ابن مرتضیٰ نے کیا کام خوب ہے قربانی حسین کا انجام خوب ہے قربان ہو کے فاطمہ زہرا کے چین نے دین خدا کی شان بڑھائی حسین نے بخشی ہے جس نے مذہب اسلام کو حیات کتنی عظیم حضرت شبیر کی ہے ذات میدان کربلا میں شہ خوش خصال نے میدان کربلا میں شہ خوش خصال نے سجدے میں سر کٹا کے محمد کے لال نے سجدے میں سر کٹا کے محمد کے لال نے زندگی بخش دی بندگی کو آبرو دین حق کی بچائی ہاں آبرو دین حق کی بچائی وہ محمد کا پیارا نواسا وہ محمد کا پیارا نواسا جس نے سجدے میں گردن کٹا لی کچھ نواسوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو کچھ نواسوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو در پہ آیا ہوں میں بن کر سواری درود پاک صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم مصطفیٰ کا گھرانہ سلامت رہے مصطفیٰ کا گھرانہ سلامت رہے قادری آستانہ سلامت رہے قادری آستانہ جس کو اپنے پیر صاحب سے جتنی محبت ہے وہ اپنی محبت کا اظہار کرے اپنے بلند آواز کے ساتھ میرے ساتھ مل کر کے ہے قادری آستانہ سلامت رہے قادری آستانہ سلامت رہے مصطفیٰ کا گھرانہ سلامت رہے اور پل رہے ہیں جہاں سے یہ دونوں جہاں پل رہے ہیں جہاں سے یہ دونوں جہاں وہ سخی آستانہ سلامت رہے وہ سخی آستانہ سلامت رہے مصطفیٰ کا گھرانہ سلامت رہے اور حکم تھا کہ ادا ہو نمازیں 50 حکم تھا کہ ادا ہو نمازیں 50 آپ کا آنا جانا سلامت رہے آپ کا آنا جانا سلامت رہے مصطفیٰ کا گھرانہ سلامت رہے اور ایک شعر آپ سب کے لیے جو حضور کے عاشق حضور سے محبت کرنے والے بیٹھے ہیں ان کے لیے جس کے دل میں الفت شہیدین کی جس کے دل میں الفت شہیدین کی وہ نبی کا دیوانہ سلامت رہے وہ نبی کا دیوانہ QADRI आस्ताना सलामत पीर का ये घराना सलामत रहे पीर का ये घराना सलामत रहे पीर का ये घराना सलामत रहे। माशाअल्लाह। ये कलाम जो है पीर और मुर्शिद के लिए लिखा, अपने पीर साहब के लिए। फरमाते हैं, एक बार दुरूद शरीफ पढ़ें सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या रसूल अल्लाह वसल्लम अलैहि बेखुद किए देते हैं अंदाज़ हिजाबाना बेखुद किए देते अंदाज़े हिजाबाना आदिल में तुझे रख लूं ए जलवाए जाना ना आदिल में तुझे रख लूं ए जलवाए जाना ना क्यों आँख मिलाई थी क्यों आग लगाई थी क्यों आँख मिलाई थी क्यों आग लगाई थी अब रुख को छुपा बैठे करके मुझे दीवाना अब रुख को छुपा बैठे करके मुझे दीवाना दिल में तुझे रख लूं ए जलवाए जाना ना। और ये औलिया अल्लाह के दरबार में ये मोहब्बत की मै पिलाई जाती है, मोहब्बत की शराब पिलाई जाती है, बातिनी उलूम दिए जाते हैं। कॉलेजेस में, स्कूल में जो है वो दुनिया का इल्म सिखाया जाता है और औलिया अल्लाह के स्कूल में दीन सिखाया जाता है, ज़ाहिरी और बातिनी उलूम सिखाए जाते हैं। क्या कहते हैं शायद, पीने को तो पी लूँगा पर अर्ज़ ज़रा सी है पीने को तो पी लूँगा पर अर्ज़ ज़रा सी है पर अर्ज़ ज़रा सी है। क्या अजमेर का साक़ी हो बगदाद का मैं खाया अजमेर का साक़ी हो बगदाद का मैं खाना और जी चाहता है तोहफे में भेजूं मैं उन्हें आँखें जी चाहता है तोहफे में भेजूं मैं उन्हें आँखें क्यों दर्शन का तो दर्शन हो नजराने का नजराना दर्शन का तो दर्शन हो नजराने का تیرا نذرانہ آ دل میں تجھے رکھ لوں اے جلوے جانانا. میرے پاس صرف 6 منٹس باقی ہیں. 2 شعر میں غوث اعظم کی منقبت پڑھتا ہوں اور 2 شعر ماں کی شان میں پڑھتا ہوں. سرکار غوث اعظم نظر کرم خدا را، سرکار غوث اعظم نظر کرم خدا را، میرا خالق کا سا بھر دو، میرا خالق کا سا بھر دو، میں فقیر ہوں تمہارا. سرکار غوث اعظم نظر کرم خدا، جھولی کو میری بھر دو ورنہ کہے گی دنیا، جھولی کو میری بھر دو ورنہ کہے گی دنیا، ایسے سخی کا منگتا غوث الورا کا منگتا، پھرتا ہے ہمارا سرکار غوث اعظم نظر کرم خدا. یہ تیرا کرم ہے یا غوث جو بلا لیا ہے در پر، یہ تیرا کرم ہے یا غوث جو بلا لیا ہے در پر، کاروسیا فریدی کہاں ستا تمہارا، سرکار غوث اعظم نظر کرم خدا را. تیرا نام خواجہ معین الدین، تیرا نام خواجہ معین الدین، تو رسول پاک کی آل ہے، تو رسول پاک کی آل ہے. تیری شان خواجہ خواجگاں، تیری شان خواجہ خواجگاں، تجھے بے کسوں کا خیال ہے، تجھے بے کسوں کا خیال ہے. میرا خواجہ عطائے رسول ہے، میرا خواجہ عطائے رسول ہے، یہ بہار چشت کا پھول ہے، یہ بہار چشت کا پھول ہے، یہ بہار گلشن فاطمہ، یہ بہار گلشن فاطمہ، چمن علی کا نہال ہے، چمن علی کا نہال ہے. میرا بگڑا وقت سوار دو، میرا بگڑا وقت سوار دو، میرے خواجہ مجھ کو نواز دو، میرے خواجہ مجھ کو نواز دو، میرے خواجہ سب کو نواز دو، میرے خواجہ سب کو نواز دو. تیری ایک نگاہ کی بات ہے، تیری ایک نگاہ خواجہ، ایک نگاہ خواجہ، ایک نگاہ کی بات ہے. میری زندگی کا سوال ہے، میری زندگی کا سوال ہے. تیری شان شان قلندری، تیری شان شان قلندری، تو بڑا غریب نواز ہے، تو بڑا غریب نواز ہے. اللہ ہمارے ہمارے پیرنٹس پیरेंट्स को अल्लाह सलामत रखे, हमारी मदर्स को सलामत रखे, हमारे फादर्स को सलामत रखे, और अल्लाह ताला जिनके पेरेंट्स, जिनकी माँ दुनिया से चली गई, अल्लाह उनकी मग़फ़िरत फरमाए, अल्लाह उनकी कब्र पर अनवार और तजल्लियात का नुज़ूल फरमाए, अल्लाह जन्नत में हुजूर का पड़ोस अता फरमाए। माँ बहुत बड़ा गिफ्ट है अल्लाह का। नारे तकबीर, नारे रिसालत। दुरूद पढ़िए, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला सय्यिदिना सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या जिंदा तुम्हारी माँ है, जिनकी नगीने माए उनका सूना सूना जहां है, जिनकी नगीने माए उनका सूना सूना जहां है। उफ तक इनको कहना नहीं तुम देखो कुरान को पढ़कर, उफ तक इनको कहना नहीं तुम देखो कुरान को पढ़कर। पीर कुतुब अब्दाल कलंदर इसके गम से पैगंबर, माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो माँ है। और सीने लगाए झूला झुलाए, अपना खून पिलाए, खुश रखे औलाद को अपनी, अपना दर्द छुपाए, खुश रखे औलाद को अपनी, अपना दर्द छुपाए। माँ से मोहब्बत जो नहीं करता बद है उसका मुक़द्दर, माँ से मोहब्बत जो नहीं करता बद है उसका मुक़द्दर। पीर कुतुब अब्दाल कलंदर उसके दम से पैगंबर, माँ तो माँ है, सिलाउडी माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो माँ है। उसने तुमको जन्म दिया है, उसने तुमको पाला, वक्त न देखा अच्छा बुरा और फिर भी तुमको संभाला, वक्त न देखा अच्छा बुरा और फिर भी तुमको संभाला। दुख झेले हैं कैसे कैसे दिल पे रख के पत्थर, दुख झेले हैं कैसे कैसे दिल पे रख के पत्थर। पीर कुतुब अब्दाल कलंदर उसके दम से पैगंबर, माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो माँ है। और लास्ट शेर और बहुत प्यारा मैसेज उनके लिए जिनके पेरेंट्स, जिनकी माएँ जिंदा हैं। कहते हैं शायर कि माँ की ठंडी छाँव में रहना, माँ की दुआएं लेना, सबसे जुदा हो जाना लोगों, माँ से जुदा ना होना, सबसे जुदा हो जाना लोगों, रखना सीने लगा कर, माँ जैसी अनमोल ये दौलत रखना सीने लगा कर। पीर कुतुब अब्दाल कलंदर इसके दम से पैगंबर, माँ तो माँ है। सब अपनी माँ से जितना प्यार करते हैं अपनी माँओं का तस्वुर लाकर ज़रा मिलकर कह दें, माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो माँ है, माँ से नहीं है कोई जहाँ में बढ़कर। पीर कुतुब अब्दाल कलंदर उसके दम से पैगंबर, माँ तो माँ है, माँ तो है।
MashaAllah, I don't know what to say. Alhamdulillah, Sheikh Sayyid RIYAAN QADRI, Alhamdulillah for your wonderful, beautiful recitation and recitals. And I'm sure he's uplifted us all spiritually to a very high point. And inshallah, we'll now further have a lecture that will take us even further on this journey of spirituality. And we got our visiting alim here from Durban, none other than MOULANA IRSHAAD SOOFIE, who will address us until approximately 5 to 1. So you've got approximately 45 minutes, I think, inshallah. And thereafter we'll ask the Imam Ghulam from the Habibia Sufi Mosque to give us the salami, inshallah. I just got one announcement before I hand over. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Here's an invitation for the 20th anniversary tribute of Imam Ahmad Sahib Shah Karjikar, Hazrat Pir Kamar Ali Shah Qadri Chisti Nizami Mehboobi Rahmatullah Alayh, on the 14th of March, that is the 23rd of Jamad al-Ula, at the Jamia Mosque, the Ahmadi Sunni Masjid in Grassy Park. It starts at Maghrib, after Maghrib Salah, or immediately at Maghrib Salah. That's on the 14th of March. Please make note of this date. And that is the 20th anniversary tribute of Imam Ahmad Sahib Shah Karjikar, Hazrat Pir Kamar Ali Shah Qadri Chisti Nizami Mehboobi Rahmatullah Alayh. This was one of our great stalwarts and icons of the area. He has served the community greatly. So we would like each and everybody to please join us on this particular day, inshallah. I have another announcement, also an important announcement, and in fact it's a continuation of Sayyid RIYAAN QADRI's program. Tomorrow evening, that is the Monday the 9th, will be at the Grassy Park Mosque between Maghrib and Isha. Each and everybody is invited. That is tomorrow the 9th of March 2015. And the final announcement, on behalf of the Habibia Sufi Darbar, the 114th Urs Sharif of Hazrat Khwaja Gharib Nawaz Rahmatullah Alayh and Hazrat Maulana Abdul Latif Qadri Siddiqui Chisti will be held from Wednesday the 6th of May until the Sunday the 10th of May. The program is from Wednesday after Maghrib, Thursday in the Masjid after Isha, Friday in the Masjid, and thereafter on Saturday the program will start after Asr, and Sunday there will be a lecture. In fact, it will start with the Khatam at 9:30, breakfast will be served at 11 a.m, Maulud Sharif and NAAT Sharif, lecture by Imam Abdul Karim Parker, and thereafter will be Zuhr Salah and Niyaz will be served thereafter. And at 3 p.m. there will be a Rati program as well. This dawat is for each and everyone, it's an armed dawat, so please make note. It's from the 6th of May till the 10th of May, so please make diaries and support Imam Ghulam Parkar of the Habibia Sufi Masjid, inshallah. And without further ado, we call upon our guest speaker to address us, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala sayyidil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya sayyidi ya habibi ya Rasulullah. Amma ba'd. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومعيننا وقطبنا وفريدنا ونظامنا وحبيبنا ومرشدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله. مشکلوں میں جب گہرے مشکلوں میں جب گہرے مشکل کشا تک آگے مشکلوں میں جب گہرے مشکل کشا تک آگے یوں ہوا محسوس جیسے ہم خدا تک آگے مشکلوں نے جب گہرے مشکل کشا تک آگے اور یوں ہوا محسوس جیسے ہم خدا تک آ گئے. حاجیوں نے بیت دیکھا. The Haji saw the house of Allah. حاجیوں نے بیت دیکھا اور ہم نے دیکھا اہل بیت. The Haji saw the house of Allah, and we, with the karam of our Shaykh, our Shajara, we have seen the Ahl Bayt, the people of the house. وہ حاجیوں وہ حرم میں رہ گئے وہ حرم میں رہ گئے ہم کربلا تک پہنچ گئے اللہم صلی علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد واصحاب سیدنا محمد واولاد سیدنا محمد وما تحب وترضى بأن تصلي عليه الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله. All praise due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Choicest blessings, darood and salam in abundance upon the last of the divine messengers, the beloved of Allah, the cause of creation, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Salutations in abundance upon his holy household, Ahlul Bayt, his companions, the Ashab, the Sahaba. Salutations in abundance upon all those who attain that proximity of Allah, traveling on the path of return to the source, the path that we call suluk, and which Maulana Fazlur Rahman Ansari repeatedly said, the goal is not spirituality, it is the means. وَأَنَّ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ الْمُنْتَهَى. Our goal is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those people who were fueled for this journey with extreme love for Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is called Ishq. It is this that propelled them to Allah. And they reached a stage, we shouldn't say stage because actors are on the stage, a condition, a dynamic condition of proximity to Allah. यानी कि अल्लाह के औला हो गए, so close to Allah that the world remembers them as awliya Allah, the awliya of Allah. And who are these people? Before I go into this, may Allah accept this remembrance. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, to the Shaykh, to the ulama, to all those that have honored me. I am honored, really. I'm humbled. I said it last week and I'm saying it very truthfully. I don't have the strength that MOULANA Ansari had. Rahmatullah. I am fed up of this field. I've just gone into privatization. Private. And I couldn't refuse coming for MOULANA Ansari. Rahmatullah. I know my reason, and I can never refuse MOULANA Ansari. He, in my opinion, there are different frames of reference. Each one has his own opinion, and doesn't necessarily mean everyone has to follow that opinion. Who is a wali? And to me, this man really portrayed and symbolizes a true wali of Allah. Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani rahmatullah alayhi said that Sharia is the hair and tariqah is the part. So you cannot have, I know inside I'm also all the men having tariqah. You got to have Sharia. And MOULANA Ansari emphasized this and emphasized this and emphasized this. He said that the first stage, the first step is al-hikmah, wisdom. With wisdom and total conviction, when you find the true path leading to Allah, which is al-Islam. So he had said, and I'm just giving you little reminders of what he has said, that we are Muslims by accident, in inverted commas. But we have to make shukr to Allah that we were victims of this accident. There are people that find Islam very difficultly. They truly search with wisdom and hikmah. And in today's time, when we have a spiritual identity hijack of Islam, you know what's a spiritual identity hijack? Have you ever had your credit card stolen? Your passport stolen? Your ID document? Your driver's license? You lost your whole wallet with everything in it? What do you do? Do you leave it? And say, leave it to Allah, what must we do now? I mean, if he wants to use my credit card and put me into riba, it's fine. I can't do any. What do you do? What's natural? Use hikmah. What do you do? I know Maulana Imran was standing, but this is the truth. We put a stop to the credit cards. We contact the department. My ID has been stolen. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Why? Because this concerns our dunya. Our dunya. And our finances. He mustn't spend for my credit card. He can't go somewhere with my passport and represent me. But yet we have groups in the world today that are misrepresenting Islam, which is our deen, which is much more than our wealth. It is our iman, our commitment to Allah. But we say, no, just leave it. It's fine. They're our brothers. Allah must guide them. So, وَلَقَدْ قَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah has honored every child of Adam alayhi salam. You understand? So if your brother steals your credit card, I mean, let him have a good time also. Forgive him. No. We have to stop it. And we have to identify that this man does not represent us. We don't have an ISIS, we have a crisis in this ummah. When a Palestinian kills a Muslim or a Christian living in Gaza or Palestine, that Zionist action does not have an effect on Islam and the dignity of my Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But when Muslims start killing people of other faith and people who do not believe like them, and yet we accept that they are Muslims, then we are party to the crime. When the newspaper says they are Sunni Muslims, do you ever write to the newspaper to say, no, they are not us? But one check must go missing from your checkbook. You at the bank. You online. He mustn't steal my money. But this man has stolen my aqidah. He's distorted my belief. And as much as MOULANA Ansari spoke of unity in the ummah, he did not say, and he thundered when it came to the dignity of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. One of the greatest lectures personally I have heard, and which changed my entire thinking of the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, Darajah, is creation of the universe. It was the first time I had heard a so-called alim, and MOULANA Ansari made it very clear. There is no canonized priesthood in Islam. There is no canonized priesthood in Islam. It is us that are putting people on pedestals. Sheikhul Islam, under him Sheikhul Hadith, under him Mufti Saab, under him this Saab, and at the bottom you get all the Psalms. Do you understand? When we call somebody Shah Saab, oh, Hazrat Sufi Saab Rahmatullah Alayhi's eldest son, Imam Ghulam will tell you, we had people called him. His name was Muhammad Ibrahim Rahmatullah Alayhi. But people called him Shah Sahib. Not because he told him. Not because there were big posters with his photo on it and Farzande Sufi Saab aa rahe hai. Shah Sahib, Wali Kamil, Ajmer. He didn't promote himself. Never. The true Shah Sahib is the one who has Badashahi. He rules over his ego. His ego doesn't rule him. Are you following? तो ऐसी शाह बना है दुनिया में कि नफ्स को काबू में रख दिया है। अगर कोई कहे कि मैंने मेरे नफ्स को मार दिया है, ये नहीं बोल रहा है, नफ्स बोल रहा है। नफ्स को कभी नहीं मार सकता। You can bring the nafs to mutma'in. What does the Quran say? Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna. It's still there, nafs, but it has become beautified and under control. It's like the rider on the horse, and he's riding this horse, which is his ego, but he's got the stirrup in his hand and he's controlling this horse. Irji, return to whom? To Allah. Return to Allah. And Maulana Ansari Rahmatullah alayhi, in the 60s and 70s, he was born in 1914, a time when the world saw the beginning of the First World War. On the 14th of August, very important date in the Indo-Pak calendar. Okay, there are transmissions from his family that one of his maternal grandfathers had a dream, or his uncles had a dream, where the awliya and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam were throwing into his father's lap roses. And this was, Allah speaks to you through dreams. But not today. Not too many people's dreams you must trust. Because there's negative dreams and there's positive dreams. And the entire science of understanding dreams is a ulum on its own. It's taught by Ibn Sirin. And there are certain months of the Arabic calendar where a dream means the opposite. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, prophecy will continue via true dreams. I think he said 146 to 147. 146 part of prophecy is true dreams. Ruya. So messages come to people up till this day. After Allah inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. Let's go further. Lahumul bushra. Lahumul bushra. They receive messages, glad tidings. Fil hayati dunya. While they still alive in this world. And these are people who have put nur into their hearts. And where does this nur come from? The nur comes from spiritually sitting every Thursday, from the Asr of one Thursday to the Asr of the Jummah, in what we'll call different places in the Samawat. The people who are Qaris, who read Quran well, and they truly have been chosen by Allah, His Rasul, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, as the awliya, they are taught Qiraat in one of the Samawat by Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. People who are true ulama are given the knowledge by the Holy Prophet alayhi. This is the Mahfil Hazrat Amir Khusru referred to. And let me remind you that Maulana Abdul Alim Siddiqui Rahmatullah Alayh, it's debatable, but I think one of his finest products. With no disrespect to anybody else. My opinion doesn't matter. You are entitled to yours, is Dr. Maulana Fazlur Rahman Ansari Rahmatullah Alayh, who was also a sheikh of the Chishti Sabari order. If you go over his shajara and what he has prescribed, Teri shaan khaja khajaga. Oh, Teri shaan khaja khajaga. Tu bara ghareebul nawaz hai. You know, Alhamdulillah, I don't mean to be ethnical or racist, but we come from, most of us, from Hindustan. And if anyone has given us Islam in Hindustan, it's Khaja Moinuddin Chishti. As much as Maulana Ansari Rahmatullah Alayh was in the Qadriya Silsila and he followed it mainly, but he also was in the Chishti Sabari Silsila. And he had immense love for Gharibun Nawaz. And there is no conflict between Gharibun Nawaz and Ghaus al-Azam Pirane Pir Dastavir Radiyallahu ta'ala anhu ajma'in, because they from the same gharana. They from the same family. They are Ali Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They are from his al. And I know for a fact that privately, I've heard this from many people, some were becoming doctors, that were living around Alimia Institute, that Dr. Maulana Fazlur Rahman Ansari's favorite qawwal was Bahauddin. Allah bless him for giving us such beautiful kalams and recitations. But he privately listened to it in his house. He didn't want a tamasha. It was his spiritual ghiza. Whatever he wanted to give, he didn't, with all due respect, want to make a spectacle of it and take 5,000 rupees and make it into coupons and throw the whole night. No, he wanted to, oh, teri surat dekh kar hum mast ho jaya kare. Huh? Oh. दीवानों को तहकीर की नजरों से ना देखो, दीवाना बड़ा सोच कर दीवाना बना है. When it came to Farzanagi, intellectualism, in this era, I'm subject to correction. To me, no one has come near Maulana Fazlur Rahman Ansari. And humility, humbleness. When he traveled to this country with his sheikh, Maulana Abdul Alim Siddiqui Rahmatullah Alayh, the older people will remember, and I want the young ones to remember and put this in your mind. Over 100,000 people were at the Greenpoint Stadium. Is that right or wrong? We talk of mass Mawlud and grand Mawlud. This was a man of Allah, that when he walked into the stadium, the Rasul of Allah was in his heart. That the Muslim brigade, and we had no big mufti sahibs to give us fatwa against music. They were playing the Muslim brigade on the bugles, wind instrument, following the sunnah of Maulana Rumi. Listen to the reed. Rumi is going to make haram. Listen to the flute. By extension, the bugle. And it was playing, Ya Nabi Salam Alayk. Maulana Abdul Alim Siddiqui Rahmatullah Alayh took the salute. Is that correct? Did he not know all this is haram? Now we got the Bid'ah brigade behind us. And in our own house we got the Mullah Mafia. Each one, Dr. Maulana Fazlur Rahman Ansari, read this book, Quranic Foundations. And don't tell me I read it already. Because I've been trying to read this book for 30 years, I haven't read it already. And every time you open a new chapter, as you mature with age, which you should be doing, a new something else comes in. When you listen to the lectures of Dr. Ansari, you can hear it 100 times. I mean, I'm fortunate to be sitting next to one of his students, Sheikh Ali Mustafa, Sheikh Mahdi Kreel, who has done so much of work of Maulana Ansari. Ask them up till this day, you just put on an Ansari lecture. And you listen to this lecture 100 times before, but you learn something new. Because this is a sign of a wali. He is a khizr of the age. A khizr means green. He's evergreen. Bill Gates' computer may become a dinosaur. With all due respect to the Shaykh, that the NAAT ka read, Allah ke gulamo zinda hai mazaro mein, what is it, Shaykh? You know? Allah ke wo bande zinda hai mazaro mein. I like to make a little change. Allah ke wo bande zinda hai hazaro mein aur lakhon mein. There are people who are walking, talking, eating, praying, sleeping, but they dead. They sleepwalking through life. But Dr. Ansari taught us something. You must be present in life. It is a teaching of Sufism. You must be the Abdul Waqt, the slave of the moment. When you meet somebody, be present, hadir. Not Assalamu alaikum. This is our style now. Do you know the ulama even forbid at one time gesturing to a person? You have to be present. Your heart must meet his heart. Your eye must meet his eye and then go down. Assalamu alaikum. Mean it. How are you, my brother? And wait for his reply to come. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmat. That you are being blessed. Noor comes into your heart. Maulana Ansari rahmatullah alayh, he understood awliya. Today we get big, hey, I'm sorry. I have to say this. I'm just caught controversy. But it's fine. You got to speak the truth. That they only awake when there's controversy. You can have a beautiful urus. You can do it. Every Thursday zikr, every Wednesday, whatever. No one will say, Alhamdulillah, shukr. For 50 years this has gone on. May Allah bless them. Make one mistake. Dr. Ansari gave hundreds of beautiful lectures in the 70s. One lecture, he just said one time the slip of the tongue. Because he's human. Every human being has a paucity in language, he makes some mistakes. Allah reminds you, you're human. Hey, you're depending on me. Every book has a mistake except the Quran. Allah reminds you, only my book is flawless. One time Dr. Ansari said it's in the Siha. Meaning in the Siha Sitta is this hadith, Afdalu ma khalaq Allahi noor. The first thing Allah created was my noor. Oh, you see, not the alim, this man. How do you know? No, in one of his lectures he said, I am but a humble scholar, a pursuer of knowledge. I don't count myself among the ulama. He said it out of humbleness. He was Ustazul Ulama. He taught ulama. He had a BSc. He was a homeopath. He was a medical doctor. He had degrees in sociology. He lectured at universities. So one time the Rasul of Allah comes in front of the Sahaba and he says, don't stand for me today, just sit down. They made it a law. Yeah, we must have a he said must sit. Oh, what is this nonsense? And we people want to quote such people. Who's going to take our iman away? Dr. Ansari may have spoken about unity, which he did. But when it came to the personality of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said the pygmies of this age. What do you call it? Pygmies. Want to measure the unmeasurable status of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, I don't look at the pygmies. I will look at what one of the greatest thinkers of this age, Allama Iqbal, said. And he quoted that share. वो दानाए सुबुल खत्मुर रसूल मौलाए कुल गुबार राह को बख्शा फरोगे वादिये सीना निगाह इश्क मस्ती में वही अव्वल वही आखिर वही कुरआ वही फुरका. Then he expounded the human status of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He expounded the nur status. Then he said there is and the beginning of all wisdom is to say, I don't know. Very few people have this capacity in them. It's humility to say, I don't know. The total intellect only belongs and was given by Allah to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this part he expounded the personality of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said there was a time when he was sitting in his room, and Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha, his wife, came into the room, and she greeted the Rasul of Allah. Assalamu alaikum ya habibi. Salam upon you, O my beloved. She was his beloved. He is our beloved. He is Allah's beloved. अल्लाह वालों से प्यार करते हैं, नकले परवरदिगार करते हैं. क्या? And he looked at her and he said, Man anti, who are you? And she said, Ana Aisha. I am Aisha, binti Abu Bakr. He looked at her and said, Man Abu Bakr. She said, I was startled. He is asking me, who is my father, Abu Bakr? Radiallahu ta'ala, his childhood friend. What is wrong with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Then he said, Abu Bakr ibn Qahafa. Abu Bakr, the son of Qahafa, ya Rasulullah. And he said, Man Qahafa. Allah. He doesn't know Qahafa, and he really had to be concerned about Hazrat Qahafa, because Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala was one of the first Muslims, and his father Qahafa never accepted Islam till the conquest of Makkah. So do you think Rasulullah didn't worry about him? Harisun alaykum bil mu'minina rayufur rahim. People say, oh, Ma anzalna al-Qur'ana litashka. I quoted this verse. I did not reveal this Quran, Ya Allah, Ya Rasulallah, to make you unhappy. So what did he reveal this Quran? To make us happy. If not unhappy, it made us happy. But we're not happy to be happy. We just want to stir fitna, the pot of fitna. Cursed is the one who awakens fitna when it is asleep. It's hadith of the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And some people only come alive when there's fitna. The whole year they're quiet. But let some mischief start in a community, then the tutu meme starts. The sunnah go. You know what's the beginning of all ghibah? How so and so? If you were really concerned, you'll go find out. Don't answer. You understand? You want to start ghibah. Hey, he said this, man. She goes to the room. She says, he doesn't know Kahafa Abu Bakr Siddiq's father. He withdrew. She withdrew. Later when she met him, said, Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I had come into your room. I asked you the following questions. You seem to be somewhere else. You were just answering me. As MOULANA Ansari will say, the true wali, Dil Bayan, in the words of MOULANA Jalaluddin Rumi, their hearts are with Allah. Dust bakar. Their bodies are only in this world. They don't even know people are kissing their hands. When Shah Sahib Hazrat came to this country, we had his hand out of the car. We have seen a 9mm. Now they put it on video. The technology is gone advanced now. Now they promote the peers also on videos. This wasn't for promotion. This was for historical record. His hand is outside the car. Thousands of people in the docks in Durban. Those who can't kiss his hand are kissing the car. But he doesn't know. He doesn't even know. Because he's with the beloved. Today the more you kiss the hand, the garmi goes from the mouth to here. It goes up here. When it comes here, you got a problem. You understand? So MOULANA Ansari did not compromise when it came to the status of Muhammadur Rasulullah. Let me take it further. Pir Meher Ali Shah Sahib rahmatullah. Pir Meher Ali Shah Sahib. Chishti in his army. He said that when she saw the Rasul in the state, she asked him, Man anta ya Rasulullah? Who are you, ya Rasulullah? Here Pir Meher Ali Shah Sahib said, Chup kar Meher Ali. Oh Meher Ali Shah Sahib, at this point, keep quiet. He said, Jahan, nahi bola kare. This is the divine secret that we don't say everywhere. But when she met him, she asked him, Ya Rasulullah. He said, Ya Aisha, oh Aisha, li ma'allahi waqtin. La yasuni fihim malakum mukarrabun wala nabiyyal mursal. There is a time, a waqt, li ma'allahi waqtin, a time. La yasuni fihim. No one, I am with Allah. Li ma'allah, I am with Allah. And in this time, no one can come in between. And he defined who? No Nabi, no Rasul, no one who's close to Allah, no Wali, no Jibreel, no Mikael, no angel. Oh, and little muftis coming on the radio stations, and they're trying to tell us, Rasulullah didn't know this. Don't say Ya Ali. Don't say Ya Ghaus. Rasulullah said Ya Ali. You want the proof? This is my nafs speaking now. I also got nafs. At Khaybar, when the whole Muslim army could not pull the door of Khaybar, the Jews were in this fort, Khaybar. My son is in the back, he studies in Medina Sharif, he saw Khaybar fort. Up till today they can't destroy it. It was only for Ali. Na Yahud kar sake, na Saud kar sake. पढ़ता हूँ तो कहती है ये खालिक की किताब है, मिस्ले यहूदी ये सऊदी भी आजाद। उस कौम के बारे में क्या लिखूं कमर, काबे की कमाई से जो पीते हैं शराब। The Prophet ﷺ said, tomorrow this door of Khaybar will be removed by a man whose heart Allah has chosen for loving. What did the Prophet say? Not he loves Allah. Allah has chosen his heart. If Allah chose him, he is Murtaza. Sher Khuda. Ali al-Murtaza. Allah chose his heart for loving him. And when the flag was put into his hand, and the door of Khaybar wasn't coming down, whose hand is the Rasul's hand? When you gave bayah into your sheikh's hand, whose hand you gave bayah into? Allah's hand. When the Rasul threw the stones, ma ramaita, is ramaita, walakin Allah rama. What does the Quran say? Who threw the stones? You didn't throw the stones, Ya Rasulullah. These stones were thrown by me. It is my hand. Yadullahi fawqa aydihim. When they gave bayah into your hand, they gave bayah into my hand. But 1400 witnesses, who are the greatest, the Sahaba, who are from Ahlul Bayt, can go to a court of law and say, we saw. It was not Allah's hand. It was Rasulullah's hand. But who do we believe? Allah. He said, my hand. So couldn't Rasulullah, being the hand of Allah, pull the door of Khaybar out? But he wanted to teach us a lesson. Mushkilon de jab gehre. I like Qawali. We go back to the original chair. This was all the sidelines. Mushkilon jab gehre. Mushkil kusha tak aa gaye. He said, oh Mushkil kusha Ali. Ali, madad. Help us, Ali. Yes, Ya Rasulullah. Pull the door of Khaybar out. Ali pulled the door of Khaybar out. 40 people tried to lift the door of Khaybar. They couldn't lift it. Couldn't the Rasul have done it himself? But what was he teaching us? I know, lahmi ka lahmi. He said of Ali, his flesh is my flesh. Jismi ka jismi, lahmi ka lahmi. His blood is my blood. Fark nahi ma bain piya. This was added later. There is no difference between me and him. You understand? Aliyu minni wa ana min Ali. When I speak like this, they say you Shia. No, I'm Chishti. Hazrat Bedam Warsi said, Bedam yahi to panch hai, maqsood-e kainat, khairun nisa, Hussain o Hassan, Mustafa, Ali. You doubt Bedam Warsi was a Sunni? Huh? From Deba Sharif? Hazrat Waris Ali Shah, Sayyid Waris Ali Shah was not Sunni. And MOULANA Ansari mentioned this. He said, as you have 5 physical senses, you have 5 spiritual senses. He spoke of, that's when he spoke of Al-Hikmah, Al-Sharia. Then he said, your body has a main body and 4 limbs. 5. When you look at your fingers, 5. How many Khulafai Rashidin? That's a mistake. Five. Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti counted. The Holy Prophet said 30 years after me. Sahih ya Sheikh? If you count the 6 months of Imam Hassan, 5. When the verse came down, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ يُرِيذِبَ عَنْكُمْ الرِّجْسَ, Allah only intends to purify Ahlul Bayt, your family, Ya Rasulullah, of all rijs, uncleanness. They were under the shawl, the kamli, the rida of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Who were under? How many? 5. 5. In Farsi we say punch. Punch. And for the body we say tan. Punch. Tan. 5. How many pillars or foundations of Islam? I love MOULANA Ansari. Oh, Bunya al-Islam ala khams. He said, this word bunyal means Islam's foundation lies on 5 things. What? Foundation on 5. Salah, zakah, kalima, namaz, kalima, salah, zakah, fasting in the month of Ramadan, and Hajj. But if this is the foundation, when are you going to build a house? So MOULANA Ansari said, all your life you're going to be laying foundation and calling people for housewarming parties. Today they call it Kal Guzari or something. Ridiculous people these are, man. They make me mad, these people. Huh? When are you going to build a house? And Dr. Ansari made it clear. The entire framework of Islam is based on morality. Innama bu'istu. The only reason I have been sent is to put right your sahihul akhlaq. Not your intellect, not how many hadiths you know, not how many verses of Quran you know. If your akhlaq is not right. Assalamu alaikum. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu, Abdullah ibn Umar, I could be wrong, in Bunyadi Talibi Tariqul Haq, they came to him and said, a very great alim came to our town. Did you meet him? He said, no, I'm sorry. He said, but he knew so much. He said, well, did he have adab? He said, he lacked a bit in the final adab. He said, ta'addabu thumma ta'allamu. Learn adab first, before you learn knowledge. There are many things I'd like to tell you about MOULANA Ansari. This is a never-ending topic. Azan is going. Out of respect for the Azan, we will stop the lecture now. May Allah accept this. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. But this is an ocean. You've got to, every child here, if you really love MOULANA Ansari, after reading your Quran, which is the main wazifa, Durood and Salam, which is the main wazifa, then you read Shajara, Zikr, Fikr, Khatam, whatever you want. But you should have this book next to your bed, with a pencil, not on your iPad and Kindle reader. And you must read Quranic foundation slowly. But I can guarantee you need a dictionary. You think you know English. Here is a man whose first language was Urdu. That took the English language to a height you can never believe. This was definitely Allah spoke to him. If you are not reading Quranic foundations, you don't love your faith. It's all false. Make notes, And no one, I guarantee you, Quranic Foundation should be made a textbook in every ulum, academy, whatever they call it. Because the man has done a job. And unfortunately, everyone is not appreciated during their physical lifetime. But after they pass away, everyone wants to come for their urus. Because traditional after the urus, they collect the envelope. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on us all.